welcome back to another episode of the Science of Farming Show. We are so happy to have you all and welcome our audience, welcome our guests. So happy to have you all, and I'll open up as usual. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I greet each of you in the greeting words of peace, and I see our audience is starting to come in the greeting words of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
I
salam.
pray you all are well. Sister Melody, that flower is popping next to your beautiful
Real.
outfit. It is popping. Sister
Thank
Julian,
you.
so happy to have you here. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our show. One of the things that we do on the show, the whole reason behind even doing this show is because we want to encourage us to do what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has asked us to do, which is to grow our own food. We can bear witness that the food on the market today is, as the young people say, trash. Meaning it's not the healthiest for our bodies. Sometimes we don't know what's in the ingredients, and so we want to make sure that we're planting something. Doesn't have to be a huge, gigantic garden, but plant something to get your journey started. And so that's what this show offers. It just offers a little bit of encouragement so we can do just that. One of the other things I was sharing with Sister Melody, I wanted to mention on the show, and we've mentioned this from time to time, but I do want to just emphasize again, for anyone who is interested in gardening, even if you're not, but you do need some motivation, go to YouTube, pull up The Time and What Must Be Done by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, part 36. You have got to hear it. If you're not inspired by us, you will definitely be inspired by him. And so again, that is the reason that why we're doing what we're doing, whether you're in the Nation of Islam or whether you're not, we are here to inspire us to grow our own food and take charge of our health. So we'll go ahead and jump right on into the show. So Sister Melody, you want to take it away from here?
Yes, ma'am. So I would like to introduce our guest today, our special guest today. Her name is Sister Julian.
Yay.
And Sister Julian, I'm so happy. We are so happy that you joined us today with such short notice. And, I know you're new to this, but tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into asking you a few other questions about, how you're coming along. You on mute.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no other God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. Assalamu alaikum, sisters. My name is Jillian X. Thank you for having me as a guest today. And I'm sorry, what was the question you asked me, sister?
No, we just want to get to know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, like, where you from, maybe something, your work, your history of anything you want to tell us. Share with us.
Yes, ma'am. As I already said, my name is Sister Jillian X, and I am here in the Delaware Valley area. Muhammad Mas 35.
All right.
I am a retired law enforcement officer. Retired right now. And I have just recently, maybe 2 months now, have gotten into gardening. And how did I come about doing that? It was watching your show in MGT meeting, listening to the sisters talk about, planting their feet in their gardens, connecting with the earth, and another sister passing out seeds at MGT meeting. And I said, you know what? Let me try this. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just continued to watch your show and ask questions, and here I am.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, ma'am.
I'm so excited because, you just came in and just really went to work. I mean, you went to work. Right. So now, you've shown me you have this planters at your house, and you have a raised garden in a community. So Tell us a little bit about what that's like.
Okay, so a friend of mine told me he had some garden space in the community, and so when I was interested, I inquired about it, and it's a community garden space where you donate a few dollars, not much, and they will put the soil in the bed, and you just start planting, and they give you, the free water. And it's a community, so everyone gets involved. And if they're at the garden space, they'll water your plants. And I had so many plants, and I was just diving into it. I decided, well, you know what? I'm in a different type of space right now where I don't have yard space. So therefore, I said, okay, well, I have a balcony, and so why not just plant some in pots? And that's exactly what I've done. And they're doing beautiful. They're growing beautiful right on the porch. And it's just a joy to just watch them grow.
That is so exciting, Sister Jillian, because so many people have mentioned to me that, yes, they don't have the space. And we keep sharing on this show, you can grow in pots. And one of the things I often ask with those who are growing, now, do you use any special type of fertilizer, or you just use the fertilizer that you receive from the like Home Depot or Lowe's, or did you do a certain type of mixture?
No, I'm using everything from Home Depot. I don't know anything too much about the mixture. I'm not there yet, sister. Maybe next year. Sister Melody did give me some soil, and I used that as well. So I did mix that in the beginning of my planting, but I have since taken them out of the small pots that I initially had them in and put them in big pots because I see the growth in them.
Yes,
Wow.
and that's exactly what I wanted to bring forward. The point that you do not have to be an expert. You
Right.
do not have to know about mixing all types of soil. Well,
Yeah.
that's helpful, but getting started, no, just put it in the ground, put it in a pot and get started.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Sister Melody, well, actually, what we're going to do, you have any questions before we go to her pictures? Because she really has some awesome pictures.
Well, I know that it was one point, Sister Jillian, you had asked about, I've seen a little spot on your pepper.
Yes.
And, we had put in the chat and asked around, and we needed some calcium. And we just want to see if that worked for you, just when you talk about fertilizing, because the soil that mainly is used in this area, they use what is mushroom soil or mushroom compost. And that's the kind of soil that generally most of the gardeners and the community gardeners are getting, that particular soil. So, and it's free, most of the time, or either I want to say some of the nonprofits to get it on throughout their budget and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go to your pictures and show the success you've been on. Have you started, this is your first time gardening, or have you been gardening for years, or tell us something?
No, this is my first time. I was telling a friend yesterday, I had a yard for over 20 years and I never even went in my yard to have a barbecue. So, no, this is my first time. I never planted any flowers. The only thing that I have ever done in my yard was cut the grass. So, no, this is my first time doing this. I grew up in my parents' home, and our neighbor, when we were growing up, had a big, huge garden. He was from the South, and I always admired it, but never had any interest in getting a garden of my own.
Yes, and isn't it exciting? One of the things we often share on the show, and those and our guests as well. Don't you get the bug? You really get the bug when you see your product.
Yes.
Is growing. I mean, it really is amazing the effect that it has on you, right?
Yes, I'm enjoying this. This is a great experience for me.
Wonderful. So we're going to jump in and look at your pictures and see what you've got going.
Yeah, she got some nice stuff.
All right. So tell us. How beautiful.
Oh, and I picked it last night and I ate it. Oh, it was delicious.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about. From garden
Delicious.
to table. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
I have so much of it. I actually went back today and the others have grown. So here it is. Now I'm giving it out to, my friends. They want some. Yes.
Yes.
Fresh.
Now,
Fresh.
yes, I know, right? Absolutely fresh. And for those who are looking and maybe have joined the show for the very first time and they don't know what they're looking at, can you tell us exactly what it is?
This is zucchini, correct? Yes, zucchini. Yes, and actually, it's one of my favorites. Zucchini and squash. I love them.
Yes.
This is a zucchini. It's a little on the big side because I did not notice it under all of the leaves. And then yesterday, I was like, oh, I couldn't believe it. Like, this is mine. Oh my goodness.
Yes, and that's the other beautiful thing about a garden too. I mean, you literally have to be in it all of the time because things will hide up under the leaves.
Yes. And I remember hearing you say that, sister, how they hide under there.
Yes.
And here it is. Yes, they do.
They do. All right, that is very, very beautiful. The next picture. Ooh, nice.
Oh yes, Sister Melody gave me these. This is the Swiss chard.
Yes.
Actually, I still have it in a pot because I'm actually going to bring it to my mother. She wants it. So I'm going to cut it up maybe the beginning of next week. I'm trying to see how much more I can grow out of that and then bring it to my mother.
Right.
Oh, that's nice. But once you cut it, sis, that Swiss chard gonna come back. So you'll probably have Swiss chard throughout the summer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I just had some today and yesterday. So tell your mother just saute it with some olive oil and add a little sea salt or whatever. And I'm telling you, you got so many vitamins in Swiss chard.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it.
Absolutely. It's absolutely beautiful. Looks very, very healthy. And that's the other thing that we encourage on the show. And greetings to everyone who's joining us. Assalamu alaikum. I see your greetings coming through. But that's one of the other things Sister Melody and I love about our show is that we gift each other plants. So instead of you talking about some perfume or something that you're gonna just see in a short while, give seeds, give plants.
Yes.
Isn't that a beautiful gift?
Yes, it is. Yes.
It is.
I know
so
your mother
wonderful.
can't believe that you bringing her something that you grew. And
Yes. I mean, my family, I'm sending the pictures and they can't believe it. They're like, wow, who knew you had a green thumb? I didn't even know I had a green thumb. So imagine how shocked I am.
Yes. That's, a beautiful, beautiful testimony. Okay, so our next picture. Wow, that's beautiful.
So that was the beginning of the Swiss chard when I first received it from Sister Melody.
Right.
And as you can see what the product is right now. And that was just maybe less than 2 months ago.
And sis, you didn't do anything special, right? You just set it out, watered it.
Well, I put some love in it, sister.
Yeah. That's right.
I prayed over it. I loved on it. Yes. So I gave it some extra special to it, but definitely it's it may have been the soil that Sister Melody gave me, and I may have mixed it with some organic soil that I received from Home Depot Lowe's.
Yeah, it doesn't really take much.
Good.
Yeah, it really does. That's a really good start, and especially for it to go from that to what we just saw. That's really amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. So our next picture.
That's it. Yes.
Oh wow!
Those are the peppers, my bell peppers. Yes, bell peppers, and actually, those 2 peppers had that black mark on, or the brown mark that was on it. Right. And what did I do? I just
he mentioned eggshells, like, and maybe putting some baking soda around it for calcium.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, I ended because they were actually big.
Mhm.
So I cut them yesterday, and I cut them up, and they looked amazing inside. I actually had a little piece of it, and it tastes really well. So I chopped that up, and I'm actually gonna put that in my soup tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that is good. And yes, Sister Miller, those eggshells. We've talked about those eggshells. They're very, very good for the soil.
Okay, that's
Yes,
good to
yes,
know.
yes. And
Yes.
Sister Melody, you've talked about because I've heard that you can put the eggshells in the oven and bake them for a period of time to kill whatever bacteria that may be on them. Have you heard of that, or you just grind yours up and put?
I just rinse them off, and then for my compost, I just throw the eggshells in it because I mean, let's face it, our ancestors didn't do all this extra stuff. You know,
Mhm.
I get it sometimes when people say they doing a lot of extra stuff, but I don't think it was meant to do all of that. So I'm not saying that it's wrong. Of course,
Right.
there's so many ways to do
To
different
do it.
things for
Mhm.
whatever works for you because our dynamics are always going to be different, and
Right.
every soil is different than the next person's soil, and it's just going to be like that. So we doing trial and error. This is
Mhm.
science, and we having fun while we doing it. And you know what works for Sister Julian, she'll come back and say, hey, I cut that brown part off and I kept it moving, you know.
Yes. Yes.
That's beautiful. Very beautiful. Next picture.
hmm I think that was it for the pictures. Oh,
Oh, that's
wow.
yes.
Amazing.
Yes, that's the bed. That's the garden bed. Yes, it's beautiful.
Now,
It's the
those
first one
cinnamons,
right
did you
there.
put that around them yourself or they had it made like that for you?
No, that was what they that's how they give it to you with the soil in there already mixed in. They take care of all of that. At the
Wonderful.
end of the season, November, all you have to do is put it in bags and they'll take it away.
Wow, awesome. Whoa, I like that. You know, when you work in a community garden, you get to meet people and you get to discuss different things and you share different things.
Here,
So, how
yes.
was that experience for you?
Oh, and I love the part of sharing. I love that because there's some things in well, some plants and some others. I received some scallions and thyme that I didn't even think to put in my garden or and receive that from them. But even some of them, they have been gardening for a very long time. So here it is that they're giving you tips on what to do, how to put sticks in there and what plants to put the sticks near, just so when they grow they can lean on the stick. So that's been a great experience because what I can't get receive, not all the time I can call you up and ask you something, and they very well may be in the garden at the same time and get that information from them.
Well, you can call me whenever you like. If I don't answer, I'm probably in work or doing something,
Thank
but
you,
I hope to get
sis.
right back to
Yeah,
you.
you will, but just there are times that I'm
Yes,
not able to, and they have been a great resource as well.
Now,
yes.
Sister Jillian, forgive me if you mentioned this already, but I see so many different sections out there. Do you have access to all of those sections or just one of those sections?
Well, that one bed belongs to me. The
Okay.
other beds, well, actually, the bed that's right next to mine will be on my right. I'm looking at it's on the right.
Hmm.
That's a friend of mine. That's the one that actually told me about the community garden. And like I said, he has been gardening for years now. I think he grew up gardening, and he has so many different plants in his. But I mean, you can, if like I know someone else that has something in there and she's not going to be around for a month. So therefore, I'm going to go over there and water her bed at the same time. If I see any vegetables that are ready to be picked, she has no problem with me, taking any.
One of the things that being here in Florida, one of the things that we have to deal with, of course, would be pests. So we're always trying to protect our garden. Have you run into that with your community garden?
Yes, we have some creature. I can't remember the name of it. But then, so when I was at the garden, someone drove by and said that there were two deers that have been picking. So I didn't tell you this. So I end up pulling up my Swiss chard that was in my garden bed because it seemed like the deers or whatever the animal is, they have been eating my carrots and my Swiss chard. So I pulled them up and put them on the porch. But the zucchini, the squash, I have some potatoes in that garden as well.
Wow.
They haven't touched them yet, as of yet.
Yes,
Wow.
I feel your pain. My tomatoes, something around here just loved my tomato.
And you know what? I kept saying, someone asked me, did I have any tomatoes? And I'm like, I planted some tomatoes. And now when I'm thinking about it, that's why I haven't seen them, because they're whatever it is enjoys tomatoes, I'm sure. Because I don't remember where I planted the tomatoes at, but they haven't come up yet.
I'm going to show you the leaves on tomatoes. So you will always be able to identify tomatoes,
Okay.
whether you got tomatoes on it or it's the leaf, because you will get the yellow flower first.
Oh, I know where it is now that you said that. Yes,
Okay.
I know exactly where it is. It's actually right next to the potatoes. Yes. Okay.
Yes. So just certain leaves you're going to learn to identify quickly.
Okay.
And
Yes.
then we have some different things I'm going to let you know about, things you can spray that's not harmful to your vegetables, but to keep different smells, to keep deer away, or either to use that wiring. You could put like 5 or 6 different wires straight down it and then put the mesh
Right.
across that for bugs. So that's probably when you're doing your broccoli and your cabbage.
Okay.
You would get those other bugs that come from them. So yeah, we'll show you some ways that you'll be able to cover up your crops to keep certain animals out, like rabbits. They got rabbits around here, I know. And I think somebody been eating my blueberries. And I'm like, Dad, y'all ain't saved me any.
I know, right? I know. And it's so funny you say that, Sister Melody, because that's one of the things they do recommend when you're planting, like plant a lot so that, the little scavengers can have their little piece and leave your main supply alone.
I went to the dollar store and got that little black, it's like a see-through cover. It looked, I don't know what you call it, but I put it right over my lemon balm because it's not real big, but I bought 2 of them and I just cover them up. So now the birds or whoever was eating that, they can't get in that. Okay. So look at the dollar store for some of these little covers that you could just cover up, your plants with.
Okay.
I will run out there and get it to show y'all, but I don't know. We got 6 minutes. Y'all could talk for a few minutes while me run again.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Of course we can. All right. So, sister, do you have any plans on what you're going to grow during the winter or the fall? Actually, the fall is coming up.
Yes. So I plan on planting some beets on the porch. Yes. I was doing some reading, and I read that beets grow better in the fall, winter months. So and I love beets, so therefore I'm going to plant them. That's next.
They sure do. And I'm glad that you mentioned that researching, because one of the things that I always recommend is especially for new gardeners, or even if you've done this for a while, is do your research, do your homework. Just because you've been planting a while, like Sister Melody said, there may be new techniques out there. Right. I like that, Sister Melody. I've seen that basket.
Yeah, you could just put it right over the pot. And I mean, it will allow you to keep certain bugs or really birds or animals out of your garden. So it's been helpful because now my lemon basil is starting to grow. And I can't find that a lot of places. So I said, okay, I'm going to think of something. So it's all these little inexpensive things we could use to make a cover over our crops to protect them.
I like that as well. I'm gonna have to go check that out, sister.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
those, Sis Melody, that reminds me, that looks really good for strawberries too, because
Oh,
little animals love to kind of pick at your strawberries or any of the berries that are shorter plants.
yeah. When y'all think of something for the blueberries, because it's bigger, let me know.
What about the
Yeah.
tarp? What about the tarp that you mentioned? The
Yeah. So
mesh.
I have the mesh, but it's not here. It's down in North Carolina. But yeah, it's the wire I was telling you about. I get a picture of a package you can get. It's like they have this package of protective for cover, and they got the wires come with it, and then that's what usually people use for their broccoli and cauliflower and of course cabbage, because in the fall, when we get to those parts, then you're gonna really need to keep it covered. So they have a thin cover and they have a little heavy duty cover, but right now we would want the thin cover so the sun and the breeze could get through it and everything.
Right. And someone actually in our chat, Sister Valerie, she did mention the wire trash cans from the dollar store, Sister Melody, that you showed us. So yeah, everybody's on the same page with those wire trash cans. Because I'm telling you, nothing hurts more than to go out there, you plant it, you're so happy, and you go out there and your produce is gone.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, hey, that's why we have to stay connected and go back and forth with each other, because we're helping each other. And unity is the key to everything. So the more we share with people ideas that's hopefully not expensive, then we can all get through this together, and we'll be excited and be eating better. And that's the goal for us, to eat better and feel better and have a healthy lifestyle.
That's right.
Right. So, Sister Jillian, so we're about to close out now. So what advice, if you had one piece of advice to give, what would it be?
Just do it.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Just do it. You don't even worry about it. Just go out there, step out on faith and do it.
Yes.
That's the year. This is 2025 is the year to just do it.
Yes, do it. I love it.
Trust, trust Allah.
Absolutely. Well, Sister Jillian, it's been a pleasure, and definitely we would love to have you back on the show again.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Now, to our audience, we do ask that you please continue to subscribe and share. Tune into this broadcast, CG Broadcast. We're on Twitter, Instagram. You can also subscribe to Closing the Gap. You see the little banner going across the bottom, on Facebook also, and even YouTube. So the show, Closing the Gap Broadcast, it actually airs every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also donate via Cash App to $CTG Broadcast. You can donate to PayPal, chickengkingdom1 at AOL.com, and Zelle via Closing the Gap. So until next time, we hope to see you all again. Please join us. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Thank you, sister.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.